Go. Okay, Bismillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. We are live. We are back on Muslim Real talk about real issues. I'm with my brother Brixton Bill Gates, Ubaidullah. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How you been?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I've been good, akhi. How have you been?
That's good. Alhamdulillah, we've been a bit absent from this thing for a little while, but there's a few issues that's popped up.
Naam.
A few issues in society I think we need to kind of reflect on and have a discussion about.
Naam.
We're going to start off with the issue in Peckham because a lot of issues just come up concerning that issue with the incident with the lady and the shop owner. People coming at different angles. Was it a racist issue?
Yeah.
The issue of South Asians in the Peckham community. There's some bad feelings going on. So inshallah, we're waiting for a brother called Hilallah to come in, who's from Peckham, to discuss with us.
Yep.
Also, we're waiting for Abdul Rahim
Yep.
also to log in. He should be logging on soon, inshallah. But yes, I think there's a few issues that we need to discuss. And see what we can do. But how's life? How's family? How's everything?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, family's good, business is good, it's hard work, sometimes stressful, depressing, tiring, you want to give up, you want to throw in the towel, but you just keep persevering, you re-strategize, and then you just go again,
What do you think are your biggest challenges now in society, or what people are facing in general? What you would think were the most things you are not
sorry? As a businessman, or just as a general member of society, as a human being?
General member of society in the UK, in today's times, what are some of the biggest pressures you're facing that you might say are holding you back? Or
well, do you know what's strange is you mentioned the living crisis. And it's so strange because, as one of the topics, and it's so strange because when you mentioned that, I thought, well, I ain't got no living crisis. Because even though I'm in my flat, and even though we're struggling in regards to, like, we're not living the life that we want to live, like we're trying to aspire to have our own house and, to be able to send our kids to private school or have home tutors, and, wife and me have our brand new cars, and like we can afford to have the basics. But when you mentioned living crisis, I thought, what living crisis?
Okay.
Like to be honest, because I'm out here grinding, it's like I'm not facing a living crisis because I've been going through, like, I've been planting my seeds for years now.
Yes.
So I've just had a little shopping spree, Nike, JD, Levi's. I don't see for me personally, because I've been out here grinding and hustling. So that's a whole different perspective of someone who ain't been hustling. They will be like, well, I'm going through a crisis. But so that one, I can't really answer that one because I'm not going through no crisis, because I got money in my pocket. I can put £100 on my gas now, £100 on my electric. I can go and I can decide, right, you know what, I just want to just go and stay in a hotel somewhere and just chill out, or I can do what I want to do right now.
Okay, but how?
And I'm from the hood. I'm from South London. I'm from the hood, so it's.
But one time, you have been in crisis, you could say.
100%. But what I did is I took action through that crisis, and I was consistent, and I kept planting my seeds, and I never blamed nobody, and I never wasted my money. Yeah, I never said, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a prime example, Aki." We're trying to get a yard. We've got a hostel, in up the road. When I went to the hostel, the first thing the guy in there said to me, he's got his baby mother and his 2 children there.
Yeah.
He said, brother, the government's failed us, bro. The government's failed us. These times the youth's got a spliff in his mouth.
Yeah.
So I said, brother, how's the government, like, brother, the government ain't failed, like, you're failing your family, bro. The buck stops with you. Brother, how can you be a man smoking drugs and you're blaming the government for your position? Like me, because Islam has put us in a position of we're accountable as men. So we understand, like, I'm not waiting on another man to save me. Like, I might use their services and facilities that I need to get me out of my situation, but understand that the buck stops with me. Like my wife and my children are waiting for me to perform. They're waiting for me to come through, and I'm expecting I'm gonna come through. So I'm not there smoking drugs and then complaining about the government. Like, bro, your actions aren't the actions of somebody who is taking responsibility of your situation. That money you're spending on those drugs, you could be spending on your child's future. You could be spending on, your wife's future, your future. But instead, you chose to smoke a bag of drugs and be out there smoking drugs. So, bro, you can't blame the government if your actions don't entail some. It's like if you're doing everything it takes to get yourself out of your situation and you're still not going anywhere and you're still trying, then you might have a little bit of an argument. But it's like I find a lot of us be doing actions that go it's counterproductive to progress. Like I'm not doing everything in my power to get myself out of my situation. I want to be healthy, but I'm eating bad. I want to be rich, but I'm smoking weed. I'm wasting my money. Bruv, you can't blame no one else for your problems. You see where I'm coming from? And I think this ties in with the Peckham thing, because it's like, see me, because I'm coming from a business owner perspective and I deal with a lot of these shopkeepers, yeah?
Yes.
And it's like they're facing a tirade of people stealing from their shops. And it's been an increase, like Co-op around the corner. I had to drapes up a crackhead the other day because he started filling up his bag right in front of me, and I felt like, brother, like this is disrespectful to me, bro. You're filling up a bag like I'm a nobody, bro. Like he just kind of like just slid me aside. Started filling up his bag with steaks. I was like, yo, big man, yo, brother, this is my shop, bro. He's like, he's like, move back. And I just ended up putting him in a chokehold, man. I was like, yo, brother, for me, it's
is that role there? Is that part of society? Is that what society should do?
That's accountability.
You know what? If we allow, because there's another short clip I was going to go into, is the occurrence of people running into shops and just stealing stuff out of shops because they know the police ain't really going to run after them or can't catch them. This is which is happening a lot. So in society, do we say, well, if we don't stop this,
we suffer. We suffer. You see, they got a policy. They got a policy of don't stop them. Let them get out, because it's like that's their policy in these big stores. You see Mr. Patel in his shop.
It can be dangerous,
yeah, Mr. Patel in his shop, he can't afford to do that. That's his family-run own business. These big supermarkets and these people, they'll just say, listen, don't intervene. So that's why people just go and steal. I see it almost every day. Man, just filling up bottles of wine and leaving. Like there's no, like they just steal, there's robbing from the shop, So they've got a policy of don't apprehend the criminal, So my thing is, I'll give you a perfect story. I listened to a story today. Nike in Portland, the first ever Nike store in America, massive store, huge store. They had to shut their store, because in America, after the George Floyd thing, everyone's screaming, defund the police, defund the police. Okay, we're going to listen to you, black community. We're going to stop sending police in your communities. We're going to defund them. So what happens? Crime is up thousands of %, murders, robberies. And what's happened now? Nike, after years and years of trying, they've been forced to shut their store in that area. So now, who suffers? The people that live in that area don't have a Nike store now because of the thieves stealing from that store. So it's the same as the riots. Okay. Oh, we don't like what the police done to this man or to that man. Okay. Let's go and burn down the shops. And okay, so we burn down the shops. We ain't got nowhere to buy no food. We got nowhere to buy no clothes now. It's like, what kind of action is that? It's like, that's the action of it's like almost like it's emotional, and it's like a child. It's a child who does things like that. They don't think of the consequence. They don't think of the future of their actions. Like, this is where you live. These are the, this is services that you need. So come from, and I feel like for me personally, I feel like rather than us taking action, being proactive, we've got a lot of jealousy and a lot of envy in our community. And I feel like the Asian community have faced racism over the years. They've had the same racism, over the years, and they've come through it and stuck together and built businesses. And we're consumers of their businesses. The chicken shops, we're consumers. The cosmetic shops, we're consumers. And it's like, we're jealous of them. Like I find that it's like we're jealous of those people. It's like oh, they've made something of their life in this English white man European nation. They've made something of themselves, bro. And you and blame him for making. I feel there's an aspect to that for me personally. I feel there's an aspect of jealousy that it's like, raw, well, you know, how dare he, you know, make money off of us and we're not making no money. And it's like, well, rather than complain, why don't you open your own shop? And this is what I'm saying to you. I'm proactive in my life. That's what I don't riot. I don't complain. I'm out here hustling. I'm out here doing my thing. So now I can reap the reward. I sowed my seeds. So if you're not sowing those seeds and all you do is just complaining about other people, that's what ends up happening. You go there and you want to blame them for your action rather than
I'm after the wheel up. We have to halt you there. We have to rewind and come back. We're gonna come back to the topic. We're gonna come back to that topic.
Yeah.
Right. I want to go back. I want to go back to the issue of what role should the government play in our situations? Because as you said, on the one side, the man's got the spliff in his hand and he's complaining about the government.
This is the problem, Ak.
So do we, and this is something as we spoke about before, what is the point of the podcast? The point of is education and the mindset needed to get through. So no doubt people will come over here, come to the UK
and build a successful
and
life.
Build and won't complain. But people in the country may stay here and complain with the spliff in his hand and say, well, okay, the government's not doing nothing for me. There's no jobs.
They're racist. They hate us. They hate me. That's why we're not getting no. That's why I haven't made nothing of myself. Is because they hate us. I can't make nothing of myself.
Is that a defeat? Is that a defeatist mindset? Meaning the reality is, if you want something in the UK, if you want something in the UK,
go and get it. Go and get it.
Go and get it.
Go and get it. Those same shopkeepers are going to get it.
It may be difficult.
Brother, think about it. Think about it. Who's been more oppressed in the recent years? Bruv, the government, the army, the whole world went to Afghanistan with all their armies and killed those brothers that's in Brixton Market, Peckham Market. Bruv, they know family. A lot of their families is dead, bro. A lot of their families is dead and they still show up every day. And they still go to sell their phones and fix phones. And they still like on this. They understand the long goal. They understand the long vision. But they've been through way more in recent years than us, bro. Like the whole world gathered together and went to go and bomb and massacre. And because we haven't seen it on TV, we don't see the effects of grown men going in and doing things to their women and killing and shooting and bombing and dismembered bodies and just total annihilation of their families. And these men are in Brixton, in Peckham, making a life for themselves. Yeah, and then we want to. It's like, but then they still show up. They still think positive. They still go out there and are still doing the right thing. They're not there. You know, I'm not saying every single person is perfect, but when you look at, you know, you go out onto the street into society, who do you go to fix your phones? You know, it's the Pakistani brothers, it's the Afghani brothers. They've locked that all down. We was there. We was here before the Afghani brothers. We could have locked down the phone repair thing. We could have done that. We could have locked down. We could have locked down the chicken and chip shop. We could have locked them all down. Yeah, but instead, bruv, I'm telling you, as a person, I was that person. We go into their shops, disrespect them, look down on them, bill our spliff in their shop, and talk to them with no manners. And then in the future, Assalamu alaikum, Mac.
Listen, Ubaidullah's going in, brother.
So no, Abdul Rahim, I was just saying. Let me feel Abdul Rahim. So I was saying that, brother, we could have been in a position of, you know, like the chicken shops, brother. We was in England before a lot of people.
You know what I do? Ubaidullah, let me say that. Let me just rewind a bit, yeah? I just want to start off with a look at intro, right? And we're gonna heat up slowly. Keep out Abdul Rahim, how's things?
Alhamdulillah, man. Everything's good, man.
Give me a time. There's one brother that we're waiting for, who's actually from Peckham, but let me just check in one more time. But what I want to do is first, I do actually want to look at the Peckham issue, and I'm going to show a video of the scene. There's many angles how you can break down this thing. After you watch the video and look at some angles, we're gonna go in and dissect it and look at it from many angles. All right. Let me just see 1 second, this brother. See what he's on. Let me just think. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna stop the thing, and then we're gonna come in and ask some questions. So, let me just share this thing here. Share this thing now. All right. Right. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically the start of the program. So I'm gonna play something, and then I'll ask you a question, right? And then eventually we're gonna get through it, and then we're gonna summarize it, right? So obviously, the issue being that it wasn't a direct theft. The lady wanted to get a refund. He must have refused the refund, and that's why it kicked off. Okay. But there are certain stages where we can kind of see where things went pear-shaped. Okay. So this is the brother here now.
So
1 second. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so stop now.
Okay,
so
there's a slap there. She just
Okay.
assaulted him, yeah? She just
Okay,
assaulted
wait
him.
now.
If a man put his hand on me, I'm knocking him out. That's it. Done. Case finished.
Okay.
So she just violated a man and slapped him in his face.
Yeah.
That's issue number one. Let's go. Let's continue.
Okay, so listen. I'm just looking
Don't
from
ever
this
slap, man.
angle.
Don't ever put your hand on people. See, once you put your hand on people, all bets are off from there. All bets are off.
Question, Abdurrahim. In this scenario, just say it's your shop.
Yeah.
Because I think the man has lost either way. Because Evie's gonna stand there, take the slap, and just say, well, okay, you're not
Take my
leaving the
stuff.
shop, you're not leaving my shop with those things, but I'm not gonna put my hand on you. That's the only way he could have come at this with any points. The fact that he put his hand on her, he's
just
lost.
get battered by another person, and that's it.
Abdurrahim, what do you think?
You know what it is, yeah? What? So what? If we're going to talk about the first of it, yeah, we got to understand that obviously you can see that he doesn't even want to put his hands on her. Yeah? He's got his hands up like this, yeah?
Defensive.
Anybody knows this here is
retreat.
I don't want no trouble.
I don't know beef, yeah.
I don't want no trouble, yeah? So that's the first off, yeah? Obviously, he's trying to keep her in the shop because she's got items of his. Yeah. So what I got from it, and because I've been off social media, innit? But I've been hearing a lot of people's thing. I've seen this and rah. I saw the first bit where it's just him grabbing her up and that.
Joking. Yeah.
And then I saw this bit, innit?
Yeah.
So for me, a man told me straight away that what it was is that she's come to get a refund.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that man has told her she can't get a refund on the items that she's bought. Yeah.
Because
looking at it, it looks like it's a hair shop and it's hair that she was trying to refund. As far as I'm concerned, it's known. And I'm a man. I can use extensions that you can't refund hair.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Boxes, you can't refund boxes, knickers, you can't refund them.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah. So she's then now picked up items of the refund. So the price of the refund sort of thing. And then tried to keep it storming out a man's shop. Yeah.
Okay, so question now. If you're in that scenario, right? Do you say, I'm gonna give you some different scenarios, you choose one. So listen, I might say, well, okay, I'm already getting 50 G's a week from the shop. I don't need to. One second. I don't need to manhandle. No.
That's part
Let
of
me finish. I'm just giving you scenarios. I'm just giving you scenarios.
But how do you know he's making 50 G's? How you know he's not just breaking even? How do you know he ain't facing? Because them shops there, they have a lot of theft. Like literally, it's such an epidemic now. Like you have to remember, his reaction as well is a reaction of someone that's like tired because people are stealing every single day. So it's like this could be a a reaction of like just frustration as well.
Yeah.
Coming from.
Okay. So let me finish my scenario. So okay, just say the brother now. He could just say, you know what? So it's a few pounds. I'm not going to manhandle you.
Nah.
I can manhandle you,
Adds
but
up,
I'm not
Aki.
going to come
Adds
out.
up.
I'm just giving you a scenario. Come out my shop, go about your business,
Nah,
right?
put down my
Then
things,
there's no issue. That's one scenario.
Put down my things.
Second point is this. It says, all right, we don't tolerate any thief that come in our shop, we prosecute. Anyone who take, even if it's a nail file, them small tube, we prosecute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold you in my shop.
No,
until the
that's
police
no,
come.
this is part of the problem, bruv. Remember, like we
And let
spoke
me-
before
No,
Adam
wait,
Rahim came.
hold on. Let me give you a third scenario.
Go on,
Okay.
go on.
Because
Let me
talking
write
about-
down these scenarios. What's the
I'm
three
saying,
scenarios? So the first
one,
scenario is don't touch her
Don't touch her because I'm earning 50 G's already.
and let her steal my stuff.
That £2.50 or £5, allow it. I don't need the hassle. Come out my shop.
And take the slap, yeah?
Yeah, take the slap. Because
Okay.
reason why I'm saying that, anytime you put a hand on a woman,
Yeah.
even if she does slap you, you've lost the game. You've lost. No one's getting no mercy on you.
No.
Second
I
point.
ain't lost.
Okay,
You
second
ain't lost.
point.
No.
Second
Put your
point.
hand on no one.
Second point is, it says, all right, anyone who comes in my shop and steal anything, even a nail file, a plastic band or a hairband from my hair, I'm gonna hold you in my shop until the police come. We don't tolerate thieves in our shop because we're losing thousands every week.
That's the issue.
We're losing money every single week.
Yep.
So if I don't put my foot down with thieves, my shop's gonna be empty by the end of the week. So anyone coming in my shop, the thief a rubber band, whatever, you're not leaving until the police come. So which means he has to stop the woman from leaving the shop.
So
that may mean citizens arrest, blocking her from leaving the place, defending himself from getting hit. The third scenario is, which I think is this one, which we're going to try and make some excuses. He's going to hold her up, rough her up a little bit, and don't make her leave until the police come.
He was just trying to stop her, bruv. He was trying to stop her, bro. She's attacked him. How do you stop someone that's attacking you unless you grips them? That's the only way. That's the only way you can stop them.
No, but you know what it is, yeah. You see, when I'm watching this thing here, yeah.
Let me play the thing. I'll play the thing.
He was trying to get her to stop in it, but he pushed her first in it. If you look, he pushed.
Remember.
Look,
bro, because she's trying to walk out the store, bro.
Look, you
Boom.
see that there?
Trying to walk out the shop, bro.
You see that there? Yeah, you're trying to put her in her face. You pushed her in her face. But listen, hear what I'm saying, yeah? Hear what I'm saying?
Rewind it, bro, because he never pushed her in her face first, bro.
Watch it. We have to be just, you know.
Yeah, 100%, bro. So look,
have to be just, bro.
Her in her face. Brother, he might have pushed her in her face after she slapped him.
Now watch it. Look, right there. Right there. You see
that?
You see
look
that?
like in her face, bro.
Okay, so
bro, it was high enough.
Regardless, bro, where are you going with my things, bro? Where are you going with my things? Regardless, bro. If you're taking my things from my store, bruv, what are you doing? Where are you going? If I fly kick you and boot out your teeth. Listen, where are you going with my things? Like, because you know there's different people do things differently. And obviously there's shopkeepers that have to uphold a certain level of standards. Yeah, they can't just, go over the top. But I think this is part of the issue. In other countries, if you're a thief, that's you've now crossed the line. So now all bets are off for you. Yeah. But in this country, look, option number 2, hold then and wait for police. Bro, speak to every single shopkeeper. The police are not coming, bro. There's so much crime. Police are not coming. They're not coming. So you just have to take the licks and take the losses. Bruv, I deal with shopkeepers every single day, bro. Bruv, their people are stealing on an epidemic level. And bruv, the police ain't coming. Like I said to you before about Co-op, there's a don't touch the thief policy. They just let them storm out the store. Same I just said about Nike. People are stormed out the store in America. They're robbing. The first ever Nike store. They had to shut the store because they're not allowed to touch the people, bro. It's like I don't know why there's this stand down policy now where it's like, well, you can't touch nobody. You can't stop no one from stealing. But then the police ain't coming either. The police ain't coming. It's a petty crime. There's murders. There's rapes. There's violence. So this little thief, this little man, I'm calling you about someone who stole this phone and done this and robbed my phone. And listen, there's so much reports of those crimes now. The police can't come. So it's like, you're going to have to just take the loss on a continual basis.
So are we saying, okay, so the man at
So
this
let her just
particular
steal,
point.
innit? Just let her steal. And then he's going to have to shut his shop and he can't feed his family. So then who's being oppressed?
Okay.
Like, you have to look at the root, bruv. The first action for me, bruv, the first action is, look, I'm gonna say my piece, I'm gonna leave it to Abdul Rahim, yeah? I was in JD Sports, I think it was yesterday. Bruv, I had exactly the same problem, bro. I bought a tracksuit. I didn't wear it. I tried it on. I didn't like it. I brought it back to the store. It's got the barcodes. Oh, we can't give you a receipt. It's policy. You ripped the tag off of it and all of that. I was like, subhanallah. I said, you're lying, because the guy changed one for me the other day. Long story short, I said, you know what? Basically, I had a few options. Think like the old me and just wild out in the shop. I just, like the old me would just wild out. Like, I've done that when I was younger. I'm just wilding out until they give me what I want. Because if they don't want an angry black man in the shop, so I'm just gonna wild out until they say, yeah, do you know what? We don't want
it to him. Get him out the shop.
Just give this degenerate, this low life, just give him what he wants and get him out the store. He's a madman. But now I've grown, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a businessman. So I can't just react on impulse. So my impulse was like, raw, you what? So straight away it's like I'm thinking, raw, what can I do? I can't react the way that I used to react. So what did I do? I said, you know what? In the end, I said, you know what? To show them this tracksuit don't suit me, I don't want it. She's saying, oh, give it to someone, give it to family, give it.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
days.
so yeah, like she propping up. I'm saying, listen, and the thing is, bro, I just spent £1,000 in their shop. I showed them receipts. I just spent £1,000. You can't swap the tracksuit for a tracksuit I like. So anyway, long story short, I said to them, look, I gave them the tracksuit. I said, you know what? Just to show you, I don't like the tracksuit. Take the tracksuit, brand new tracksuit. I threw it at them to take the tracksuit. I don't even want the tracksuit. And then I said, furthermore, I took the tracksuit. I gave it to one little young brother. There's about 5 or 6 youth that was in the line behind me, and I see the one that had the X. He looked like a big youth. I said, brother, brand new tracksuit. Here's the tags, everything. Brother, take the tracksuit. See? So I had to come to a different solution of how to solve my problem. I gave the tracksuit to the young brother. And I said, I called my wife. I said, listen, don't ever shop in JD again. I said, I'm going to punish you with my pockets. Yeah, because over a lifetime, me as a customer over a lifetime, I'm worth tens and tens of thousands. I got 3 children, the 4th one on the way, and I'm a barrack. That's 4. That's my wife and me. My wife and me, that's 6 trainers. That's £1,000 straight away. Yeah, tracksuits, that's £1,000 straight away. And I'm buying 5 pairs, 6 pairs, 7 pairs of trainers at a time, 5, 6, 7 tracksuits. And I'm spending on everyone. So over a lifetime, I might be worth 100 bags. So you see, because of this one tracksuit, you've lost 100 bags because of that one tracksuit. That's it. And I just keep it moving. That's how I'm gonna punish you. That woman, she could be like, you know what? Why you're not gonna give me a refund? Okay.
I took my business somewhere else.
I'm never coming to the shop. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell all my girlfriends, all my sisters, all my brothers, everyone I know, do not go to that shop. So now, over a lifetime, brother, that one little thing that you could have just replaced, brother, you lost tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of pounds over one little thing. See what I'm saying? So there's different ways that we can deal with things. You can't just like act on impulse and say, raw, what? I can't get a refund. You know what? I'm just gonna take the things and just walk out the shop.
Okay, so can we say then first of all, also the lady's in the wrong 100% for not dealing with her refund in a proper manner.
In my opinion.
If you couldn't get what she wanted, there could have been an amicable way of going about it rather than picking up things and saying, I'm coming out the shop.
Yeah.
So we can't really you know what I'm saying? If you can't get what you want, speak about it, come to an agreement, but that is definitely not the way. So anyway, Abdul Rahim.
Yo.
What are you saying?
Bro, listen, hear what I'm saying, yeah? Because I had a woman come to my store the other day, innit?
This is holding her by the neck now. This is the crime now.
We all seen it, man. We know what it is, man. Yeah. We know what it is. So hear this now. I had a woman come to the store the other day. I think it was like Thursday. And she was like, she asked me for an incense, innit? She wanted it for a certain price. I said no. And then she bought it for the original price and said, you know what, I'm going to support you. I'm going to support you. Yeah. Because I don't want to support them man there. Yeah. Talking about the same sort of man that's in the, because did you see what happened in Peckham? Yeah.
Right.
So she said, because did you see what happened in Peckham? And I had to pull her up straight away in it. Because I'm on a thing like, but you can't
That's why
really
you support
say.
me. That's why you support me.
No, forget all of that. Let's just not even go on. Let's not even go that one there, Carl. I'm on to people that are on talking about I'm gonna support you because you're a black business. Don't support me. Don't support me respectfully. Because you should be supporting me because my product's banging.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
That's what
this ain't a sympathy thing, bro.
Yeah,
this ain't sympathy, bro.
So what are you saying? If my product was dead and I was black, you still
let me
support
just buy
me?
it.
Nah, I'm not on that.
They feel sorry for you, bro.
I find that a big disrespect.
Thank you.
Okay.
You can say, "Raw, you're my brother," etc. Do you get me? I'm gonna put some money in my brother's pocket, etc. And da. But don't say you're just gonna support me because I'm a black business. Because that means then if my stuff was good, it was dead or whatever, you would just support me because I'm a black man.
Charity.
And that ain't putting no. It ain't putting weight on my product. It ain't putting weight on my brand. Do you see where I'm coming from? Yeah. It sounds like a pity party. It sounds like a pity party.
It's a brother. It is a pity, but feel sorry for me. I'm black and I need help.
I'm not.
So just buy. Just give me.
You get me? I'm not on that.
Buy my things because it's the best. Buy my product because it's the best.
Exactly.
That's it. Don't buy that. If it's not up to standards, don't buy it.
All right. So obviously, I'm saying to her, but nah, don't even really. You see the Peckham thing? I'm not really on all of that. Yeah. Because I had to say, all right then, had it have been a black person shop, and my girl tried to pull those antics in a black person shop, how would it have been really? Yeah, fun and jokes aside, because I know I'm a black man, and if someone thought they were gonna come to my store and do a madness, man or woman, bruv, it's not just gonna play out that you're just walking away.
Okay, so can we or should we take away the racist issue from this equation?
Bro, let's just take away the issue. Let's just talk about as a man that's trying to make a livelihood for their family, a person comes and tries to take something from you, because you see what it is, Bare people say to me, oh, you see the sensible choice thing, why don't you try to, branch out and get franchises and and all that stuff? You know what I automatically think? I think like this, because maybe because where I come from, innit? But I start thinking, brother, imagine I put a man to come work for me on my stool, and like after a period of time, I'm saying, the math ain't really mathing. The equation's not really equation. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it don't seem right.
And a black girl stealing from my business, bro.
Hold on, slow it down.
Dipping out of my thing, bro.
Listen, and I find out a man's been dipping and skimming and rare. You see, you know what it is, It's worse than being on road. On road, man knows what it is.
Can do something.
See, now I've taken myself up.
Yes.
I've erected something.
Yes.
I built it to a certain standard, and you're gonna come and steal from me. You're not stealing from me. You're stealing from my family, my brother. See, when I hold you, I feel sorry for you, my brother. I feel sorry for you. And that goes for somebody that I hired. So how do you think someone that just are gonna feel like they're gonna grab my stuff and talk about, well, Not seriously, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, let's just think about it. Let's just think about it. It's not just gonna just float like that. And I don't care who you are. Do you get me? And that's not even an ignorance thing, That's a thing like, raw, bruv, I've worked hard for my things, and you think you're just gonna walk off with my things. Who do you think you are?
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna take it to the next level of bring whoever you feel like you're gonna bring. Whether that be gun man, knife man, whatever man, I don't care. Because I'm protecting my livelihood for my family. And maybe that's the ignorance in me. But that's how I see it.
That's not
okay, but do you think do you think in this scenario, there's not a problem in putting your hand on a woman? Because this is what I think is the main issue, that you put
equality.
No. What I'm dealing with. You see, a man.
So why are you stealing? Why are you stealing for?
I get you. So this is why I think.
Is it right for a woman to put her hand? it right for a woman to put hand on a man then? Is it right for a woman to hit a man?
Where he lost the argument and where he
She
cannot
slapped him
win
first.
is because still the man has to hold it down. Is the fact that the man
Talking
put
about.
his hand around her
Listen, you
throat.
gotta have respect as a woman. You
Irrespective of
got
what
to know
happens. Because I'll give you a scenario. If it was, I'll give you a
backwards.
scenario.
That made no sense,
If it
bro.
was an Asian man, he put his hand around a white woman's neck. EDA will be down there tomorrow. If it is a black man putting his hand around
Bruv,
an
if she was
Asian
a
man neck,
crackhead,
Asian
she was
man
a
will be down
crackhead.
there. It don't
Bruv, if she
matter
was a
who it
crackhead,
is. One
But
second,
listen,
one second.
a white
But
crackhead
listen,
from
Obey.
Peckham.
you see, this is the problem.
So what
You see,
I'm
no,
saying
no,
to you,
EDO
what I'm
ain't
No,
coming
saying
down
to
no.
you,
for her,
You
bro.
see, the major problem is, yeah.
brother, you
The
have to
major
hold
problem
it. Let me
is
chat. Let me
no,
chat, and you can
no,
come
but
through.
the major
Go on.
problem is, yeah, is that man's using color, yeah, to okay things,
Yeah. Come
yeah.
on, bro.
Because you're
Right
saying,
is
yeah,
right.
No,
if it was an
look,
Asian,
I'm
wait,
not
hold on,
okaying it.
hold
Go
on,
on.
hold on, hold
Go
on,
on.
hold on, hold
Yeah,
on, hold
forget
on,
categories, man.
hold on. If it was an Asian man that was grabbing a white woman, if it was a black man that was grabbing an Asian woman, so alright,
Yeah.
cool. Let me ask you a question, yeah.
Who cares? Don't
Let me
steal.
ask you a question. If a white woman comes now and busts my head at my stool, yeah, and I'm bleeding out and rare. Is it okay because it's Sally and she's a white lady and she should get away with it? But then if it was Shaniqua who came and bust my head, the feds would have been on her ASAP. Yeah, is that okay? No, because my head still busts. You see where I'm coming from? So let's just drop the color thing out and just start from scratch. Yeah?
Okay, that's
a
agreed.
thief. She's a thief. Yeah.
Oh,
because
she wanted to take
through,
something.
She didn't go through the processes that she was supposed to go through.
Okay.
Yeah. And had it have been JD's, yeah, she would have been nicked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or they might have let her go. She might have said, "Chat."
No, they wouldn't have.
No,
they wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. And why? Because she was a black lady. So let's just
no, but bro. See, you said don't use color, but bro,
no. But I'm saying that's the reality, though, isn't it?
Nah, bro. If you're stealing, if you're stealing,
I'm just saying something to you. I'm saying something to you, yeah. Because she was a black lady, she done that from JD's. She would have been apprehended straight away. They wouldn't even answer no questions. No, I'm just saying they wouldn't answer no questions.
Sally would have been let go. Sally would have been let go.
Let me finish. Let me
land. She's a white lady stealing.
Listen, what's the difference? Let me land. Let me land. I'm saying because she's a black lady in JD's, she would have been apprehended straight away. Yeah.
Okay.
But because it's an Asian man's shop, yeah. What is there some sort of tipping? You see?
Yes.
Now you see what you see. Let me land.
Abdul Rahim. Do you know what I said earlier? I think personally, this is why I led on to the chicken shops. We could have controlled the chicken shops. We could have controlled all kind of stores. Yeah. I think there's a bit of resentment and there's a little bit of jealousy, bro. That Ahmed wakes up every day and went through the same struggles as us and built a life. Like I just said to Ishmael, bro, Afghanis, bro, the whole world just literally went to their land and demolished it, bombed it, killed it, raped the women, murdered their families, bro. And these men are still here. They've locked down the phones. They've locked down the phone repairs everywhere. We was here before them.
More than that.
Bruv, we was there. Listen, no, they done more than that. But my point is, we was there before them. Bruv, we was there before them. Why didn't we lock down the phones? Why didn't we lock down the chicken shops? Because we thought we was better than that. We thought, oh yeah, we're gonna, look down on it, go in their shops, bill a spliff, and talk
listen,
down.
I don't even think it's a. I don't even think it's a better than. I don't think it's a better than that. It's just a mindset. It's a mindset. Man, don't have the mindset. And that's the reality of the situation, bro. Because I know a group of Afghanistani brothers, yeah, who work in the market, yeah. I've seen them, man. They go from one stall to about like they built their stall. They had one stall. It was small. They doubled it. They tripled it, yeah. And then they got another one, yeah. And that's because why? They have the mindset of working together, yeah. Do you know what I realized? I was having a conversation with a brother the other day, yeah. You see, the majority of the time when we can work together, it's only on badness. It's nuts. You see before a man was Muslim, yeah, majority of the brothers could have probably linked up, yeah, to tear a man down or shot food. But make man say, right, brother, come jump on this atta thing and let's link and rare. Most man can't do it.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? And that's the reality of the situation. So man has to really look at the whys. You get me? And like I said, it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. A man really has to G-check that. And You know, I don't think it's because we was here first and da 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 da.
No, I'm saying
okay, let me play this.
There's a lot of things that
we've had opportunities. We've had the same, if not more, opportunity to do exactly what they're doing, but we haven't done what they're doing. And now they've done what they've done, and now you're a consumer of their shop. You're jealous of that. You resent that. You have to go to someone. You have to go to someone's shop and buy your hair from him when you could have just opened your own shop and been selling the hair.
But no, but do you know?
Right or wrong?
No, but this is what. No, it's wrong. Do you know why that's wrong? I'm telling you, it's all about a mindset. Because there's black shops that sell hair and rare. How many people go to them though?
All right, let me play this.
They would rather go to the Indian man.
Where's the black shops, bro? Where's the black shops?
One second.
But I don't buy hair.
No, I know. Where's the black? Name one black chicken and chip shop that you know right now. One black
that one there where the
God, name a
brother. One. I don't buy chicken and chips like that, but there is one.
But there's one. Name 1,000. Name 1,000.
But I'm saying,
Asian man that's in a chicken
I'm saying,
chip.
no, wait, hold on. This is my thing, innit? Yeah, everyone's always talking about black power. Yeah, there's one black chicken and chip shop. Why do you go to others? Why, even if you're in North London, if you're on this black power thing and you buy chicken and chips around there, why are you not storming to South London to come support the black brother?
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
But you see, we'd rather turn away from each other. We'd be like, the funny thing is, a man wouldn't even buy your thing because you're black. I say,
nah, listen. Let me play this next clip because we're going to get onto the issue now. We're going to get onto the issue about buying black products, supporting black business, etc. Because the narrative where that situation has gone on from is the fact that the South Asians in the area, they've monopolized the market, and there's kind of like some sour grapes going on. That
jealousy. It's
just
jealousy.
Let me just play this little clip. And find out where the narrative has gone from an incident, which is a delicate issue. Many people have dealt issues in different ways. Both parties, you could say, have some, but anyway, right? The issue is developing into a racist issue, and Black Lives Matter have got involved, etc., etc. So let me just play this little thing, and then you tell me what you think about it. 1 second.
In Southeast
Can you hear it?
For the very latest on this, Ollie.
Can you hear the commentary?
Yeah. To Ian, the local community here is still angry. There are still people outside of this shop, and new posters keep on being put on the railings outside because the anger has stemmed over from the incidents that started here on Monday when a woman came to the shop supposedly trying to get a refund for some products. That video that everybody has seen now showing the shopkeeper grabbing her, bringing her back inside the shop and seemingly grabbing her by the throat. Now, the shopkeeper says that he was only trying to restrain this woman because he refused the refund, and then the woman allegedly tried to take some things out of the shop without paying for them. The police turned up, arrested the woman on suspicion of assault, but she's since been released on police bail. Now we're hearing from the Metropolitan Police that a 45-year-old man has been interviewed under caution. But as I was saying, there is still quite a lot of anger in the local community here, and it seems that this has been an issue which has been bubbling away under the surface now for at least a decade, because the black community here say that their money goes right in to these shops, and a lot of the time that in this local area the black hair and cosmetics
we love
jealous, bro.
Hey, brother, man said their money goes directly.
Yeah, man's jealous.
Forcing them to spend their money there, brother. Brother, listen, man's not forcing you to spend your money nowhere. Yeah, when you choose to spend your money because you find it cheaper or whatever, that's your business. Man, don't stop crying about it after, fam.
Let me finish explain the thing.
Shops actually owned by the Asian community, and they do not feel respected. They're also saying that this is
why you spending money with them?
Black Lives Matter issue of women also not feeling safe and constantly being suspected of things. Take a listen to what some of the people here have had to tell us.
In this community, there has always been a historic conflict between the Asian merchants.
Make sure you look after your youth. Make sure you take care of your kids, brother. Make sure you're taking care of your kids, bro.
We're beneath them. and so therefore their
You want to be Power Ranger.
responses
You want to be.
and their interaction sometimes
fake revolutionary.
And as a woman, you grabbing a woman by the neck. No, the lady reacted, which I saw, hitting him with a basket in her hand, which I can do as well. But please, we need to respect.
Who told you can hit a man with a basket?
One second. Listen.
She wouldn't hit her husband with no basket. He will knock out her teeth.
They have to do
Bet she wouldn't hit her husband
before they will kill us. After we die now, they will be saying Black Lives Matter. It's matter before we get to death. So they should support us. Color doesn't matter. We are serving the same God.
Victim thing. We're victims.
Ian, there's been a muted police presence here, but there has been a police presence. We've seen police officers walking down the street as well as police vehicles down side streets. I think all in the hope that nothing does turn any violent, that there are no further protests.
No accountability in the black community. This is why we can't go anywhere. There's no accountability. There's no question of, oh, why was you stealing? Why was you in the shop? There's another case in America. The girl got shot by the police officer. I don't know if you saw the pregnant girl got shot by the police officer.
Yes.
She was in there stealing. If you wasn't stealing, you wouldn't have got shot. And the funny thing is, hold on. Listen. We like to go to the overreaction, but listen. If you're in a car, the same situation there. If you're in a car and I'm in front of the car and you press down the gas pedal, that's now a lethal weapon. Now, what do I do? Let you run me over, or do I just shoot a bullet and stop you? Like the only reason why you're in this situation and why you're dead now, is because you was in the shop stealing. And then on top of it, people say she was pregnant. Okay, well, think about it. For a woman who is pregnant, so you was willing to resist arrest. So what happened? All right. So once you start resisting, the police are gonna drag you, throw you down on the ground. You was happy for that to happen while you was pregnant. Like, what kind of mother were you? Like, you was happy for that scenario. And on top of it, you're a pregnant woman and you're stealing alcohol. Like, so if you end up getting the repercussions of, you dying, and I'm not saying someone should die for stealing, but I'm saying, for example, brother, I'll be real with you. The other day, I had a little situation. I was on my bike, I had to blow out police, Bruv, if I end up dying on my bike, that's my fault. That's my fault. If I stopped, I wouldn't be dead. That's it. That's it. I know the consequences of trying to blow out police. That's it. If I die now, it's my fault. That's it. I can't blame the police. They drift too fast and do. And listen.
What does accountability look like in this scenario then? If you say,
don't steal, don't touch nothing, don't
in regards to the situation, Abdurrahim, what does accountability look like to you in this scenario? What would you say?
Okay, so for the lady, accountability looks like if a man told you there's no refund in it. Like you can try and talk and rah. If you feel like he's robbed you, call the police in it. If that's the case, if that's how you really feel, because we can't say call your man to come down and do the smoky thing and rare, because every action is gonna have a reaction and there's gonna be a constant reaction after that, innit? All right. So you feel like you've been robbed, you can go the skullduggery way and call your man, and then if he gets himself blown off, because my man might have a couple nephews that are on this thing, then it's just a cycle, innit? It's just a cycle. But if you really feel like, and you're a citizen and you're law abiding, etc., go call the feds, innit? And let the feds deal with the situation. That's on her accountability stage. On his accountability stage, whether it's where there was a video or whatever, he said, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
He said, I shouldn't have done that. I saw a video where he said he shouldn't have done it.
He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, no.
He's under pressure.
No.
He's under pressure.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Yeah, that was him taking accountability. He shouldn't have put his hands on the woman like that. Yeah, I'm saying for me, if someone came to my stool like that, I might grab you by your hair because you ain't leaving nowhere. It might be just this. No, wait, hold on. I'm saying. It might be the first thing that I do.
However you touch a woman is ugly, fam. However you touch a woman.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, understand what you're saying, brother. Yeah, but I'm saying, I might grab you by your hair. yeah, you might drop down, you might turn over, rare. Yeah. The reality of the situation is, I shouldn't already grabbed you by your hair. Yeah. But I'm telling you, that's going to be my emotions. You see where I'm coming from? Because I'm going to think, what do you think? You're just going to get away just like that? Yeah. But there's going to be a reaction to my actions. And that's the reality of the situation. So there was a reaction to his actions. No one's not saying that raw. He's totally in the wrong because he's a human being. He's a human being. You see where I'm coming from? But the reality is the reality. And her action had a reaction and his action had a reaction. Yeah. But he wouldn't have done that if she didn't do that. So it's like what Abeda Law said just a minute ago, innit? Yeah. When we're talking about death and the girl that died and rare. Yeah, no one ain't happy that she died. And it's not really like that. But everybody has to understand every action as a reaction. Let me give you a prime example. In my household right now, my son's on, he's on timeout. He's on major timeout because his mum took him to swimming the other day, yeah, and he didn't want to do swimming. He done a little hissy fit thing, embarrassed up my wife, yeah, and then he came and she weren't in it, yeah. So that was 1 week. I said to him, "Raw, is that what you're on? All right, cool, yeah." So I said to him, "Raw, all right, make next week come, yeah, and you're on the same thing." He said, "Nah, rare. Next week's come, this week, yeah, he's done the same thing. He's done the same thing, yeah, on smoke, yeah. All right, cool, no problem." So I've caught wind of it because wifey's vexed, yeah. I've caught wind of it. Now he's on timeout, yeah. He thought it was a one-day thing. I woke up this morning. I'm getting ready for the stool and that. He's watching TV. Why are you watching TV, brother? Like, I thought it was just Friday. No, bro. It's until
you feel good.
Yeah.
You're teaching him a life skill. You're teaching him a life skill.
Now you're vexed. But every action has a reaction. And I told you that before. And I keep on telling you like that. Yeah. So now you're in a situation. Yeah. I've gone on the stool. You're talking smoke. You're talking it doesn't matter who takes me swimming. I'm not going. Yeah. When I've come back in the yard, I've finished praying. I've approached you and I'm saying, what was you saying about all that? Oh, it doesn't matter who. I didn't say that. All that stuff. Yeah, because you know every action has a reaction.
Yeah, because with daddy, there's consequence. And this is the thing as well. See, when it comes back to the home, a lot of us never had no parents, so we didn't have consequences. So we think we can do what we like in society. And because we didn't like from the root. You see, from a childhood, see from what you're doing, Ak. You're teaching your children from the very beginning. There's consequences for your actions.
100%.
Now, if we don't face consequence for our actions, this is how we end up out there. And it's like you think to yourself, how did you do that? And now you're getting 30 years in prison. You didn't know you was gonna get 30 years in prison, fam.
Yeah. And so this is my thing. This is my thing, yeah. This is my thing. Obviously, everybody's saying raw. Okay, my man's wrong. Let me just ask you a question. Let's flip it on its head now, because we're talking about the legal world. Let's talk about the illegal world. If that was a drug dealer and he gave her something and she didn't pay him his stuff, brother, what would have happened? And would man be out there talking about, where is Billy? Where is Billy?
No,
because brother, wait, hold on. Because Billy's not silly. And Billy might come with his machine and you lot will get mowed down. And no one ain't on that, fam. So where's the same energy though? Where's the same energy?
But what would happen is we would just see a woman that's died. We'd say, "Raw, well, this woman got murdered. She's an innocent victim. She got murdered." No, she robbed some youth's food and she got bodied. That's what happened. So we wouldn't know the story.
I'm saying,
you see the papers and the newspapers.
I'm saying,
then report is a woman got murdered.
Hold on, one at a time.
Even if man did know the story, and man knew that she took Billy's food and Billy came back and mowed her down, or done a mad thing, brother, there's man that was riding out at that shop that wouldn't be at Billy's yard.
Yeah.
Because they know Billy's on smoke.
Yes.
Yeah. So where's the same energy, fam?
Thank you. Bullying. This is bullying,
the same energy.
Bullying, Mr. Ahmed.
What does I'm talking about
facts.
Accountability look like? If you say, well, okay, what should the black community do in this situation? remove the emotions, look at the bare facts of the thing.
Exactly. But then they should be saying to my man, nah, big man, you shouldn't be putting your hands on women. Yeah. But they should also not be talking about shutting down man's shop and rare, because they should also understand that if it was them, would they be on, okay, yeah, take the stuff and cut? Like, let's just keep it 100. Everybody ask yourself that question. If that was you, that was your shop, if that was you, if that was your shop, would you just allow her to cut with your stuff? If you would, message in or holler at me. AR.sense, fam.
Brother,
you want to put my number on there as well?
Bruv,
like, because come on, bruv. Let's just keep it 100. You ain't just letting no one step with your stuff, bruv.
Bruv,
it's not happening.
See,
go on, go on.
Would your wife do the same thing? I know my wife wouldn't be doing that. So
brother, my wife couldn't do that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
what
who's raising these women? Who's teaching these women to think that? Because brother, I'm keeping it 1,000. When I was outside Iceland, when I used to hustle outside Iceland, brother, every minute I'm seeing women, black women, fighting the security, fam. Like they're going in there, they're robbing the thing, and they're swinging blows, they're swinging bangs, bro. They're banging, they're swinging thumps, and it's like, brother, like they're boxing up the security, and it's like, raw, like who's raising these women? Like, you think you can go and steal, and then you're gonna go and box up the security? It's like, and he's trying to stop them. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do, bro. So I'm saying, and then when you deal with them like men, because you're moving like a man, you're swinging thumps like a man, you're very strong, you got a nice bang on you. So now I gotta now hit you like a man, because the way you just hit me was like a man. I can't just deal with you like little Sally. We just grips her, hold her by her clothes, and now she's just all limp. Now she's all limp. This girl's like swinging, but she's like, but she's all swinging bangs. It's like, brother, you gotta now duck, boom, like you gotta now deal with her like a man and knock her out like a man.
But you lose the public view. If a public see a man thump a man, irrespective if she was like one of these professional boxers and you thump her down, irrespective, I think you'll just lose the.
These women are tough. Listen, these women ain't like women. These women are like men, bro. These women are like men, bro. That's what it is. These women are, listen, just a quick one more, yeah. What I wanted to what I noticed in that video, which no one never noticed. Yeah, and this is what I think. We're not very critical, bro. We just like blind. We just like to see what we want to see. Bro, when he was pushing her into the store, he had his arms on her shoulders, the backs of her. Bro, she swiveled round. So then his hands was automatically on her throat. Brother, watch the video. I literally just saw it. He was pushing her away into the store with his hands on her shoulders, on the back, on her back. She swung around and now his hands on her throat. That's literally what I just saw. That's literally what happened. So it's like, if we're being critical and put yourself in that man's position, and I literally was like just pushing this woman in the store, she swings around and I'm not letting her go. So I'm gripping her and now my hands just ran her throat. You see where I'm coming from? So it's like, you're damned if you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Because we're in a society now where people are so dumb. People are just stupid, man. Like, bro, you could play a 2-minute clip of this video of me saying something and put it out there, viral, raw, Beta La said this. That's it. No one's like critical thinkers. No one don't care about the full video. No one don't care about the full story. No one, it's like we're not critical thinkers no more, man.
No, that's facts. Man will clip it up and say, Beta La said the girl should have died in America with her pregnant.
That's it.
And
people will react off of that.
And people will say, what? How dare he? Rare, boycott diamond lessons. Rare, raw. And just do the loads, fam.
Bro. And
like,
then
seriously.
after, realize like, raw. I saw the whole video. He never said that. I made a mistake. It's like, bruv. And I do think, bruv, it always, but like, because I was watching one deep conversation today where it always comes back to the fatherless homes, bro. Because it's like we're very emotional and women are emotional. And when we haven't got fathers that's taught us how to deal with our emotions, we're emotional. This side is a lot of murders on the road. It's emotion. I'm angry. I don't know how to control my anger. So I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna body you. Like that's an emotional behavior. It's like so it all goes for me, it always goes back to the father in the home, you know, teaching his children how to be not emotional, to teach them consequences. And that's why I'm in my home, breaking that cycle. I came from a fatherless home. You're breaking your cycle. And we break the cycle by by doing the actions. And this leads on to my next point of, bruv, a lot of those man is protesting, bruv. You don't even raise your kids, bro. You're not even there for your kids, bro. So, brother, you're out here championing the thing, waving your flag, black power. Brother, you have neglected your kids. You're a child abuser, bro. So it's like, bruv, it's like we're very reactionary, but we're not like, see, because I'm putting in the work in real life, I can have my opinion. Because I'm putting in the work in real life. I'm making sure my seeds that I placed inside my wife that's now become children and now growing up into people, that I'm taking responsibility for them. I'm not gonna leave them. I'm not gonna I'm gonna make sure that I take responsibility of my responsibility. So that way now you're not gonna have a problem in society. My son's not gonna be out there snatching someone's purse. My daughter's not gonna be out there.
Question then.
My daughter's not gonna go to shop and steal Ahmed's weave at his store. No, because dad's there, dad's providing, dad's teaching, dad's educating, mum's an example, mum's teaching, so it all boils down to the family.
So why aren't black people selling black hair products majority of the time? Why is it majority of the time people going to Asian shops to buy this stuff? What are the reasons? Because even as Awela said, it seems to be jealousy, and we're looking for an excuse to blame them. Why aren't the majority of these shops that sell hundreds of millions of pounds of black products all over the place, why aren't black people selling these products?
We're consumers.
Mindset.
Can we blame the government? Can we blame racism? Can we blame other people?
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Where's it land?
You see accountability, what Abeda last said, it runs in all different ways, innit? Yeah? You see slavery, all those things there, they were real, innit? Yeah?
Yes.
But now there has to become a point where you take accountability for yourself and your own actions, innit? This happened to me, that happened to me, this happened, that happened. Yeah? But you know what? I'm gonna break that cycle, fam. Yeah? I'm gonna break that cycle. Yeah? And I'm gonna work with people that are looking to break that cycle too. You see where I'm coming from? And that's what it is. People are so plagued with making excuses, that they don't try to change their situation by looking in self, because it's a hard journey, bruv. It's a hard journey. I say to man all the time, blood, like, if it wasn't for my wife, bro, there wouldn't be no AR.sense. But at the same time, I can't really say that because I'm taking those small steps. Yeah, I'm not saying it's giant leaps I'm doing, bro. Yeah, my wife might think, "Raw, brother, man, it changed," but there's been change, bruv. Yeah, it might not be big change, but it's small. Exactly. So with that there, you know, where people think it's supply and demand, yeah, it's really demand and supply, innit? So you're supposed to see that there's a demand. Yeah, and you're supposed to put the change together slowly and surely, and then by the time you look at it, you might be able to buy one product. That one product leads to two products. You get me, and then you build somewhere. Instead, man's gonna say, "Man can't do it because man can't do it." But then you're buying the products every day. Yeah. So you got money. So just put down the money and do something else until you can get to yourself a stage that. Let me just let everybody know. Sensible Trade started with £100. Yeah. So everything that everybody sees right now is from £100. No one ever put in. I put into myself. I invested in myself, and I built it for myself off the back of my back. Yeah. My hard work, my consistency, determination, all those things there. So anyone can do it. Yeah. It's about the mindset. Yeah.
Facts.
And I came from a broken home. On the ends, on the block, and I used to do all of that.
I think.
Do you feel that you need to blame? So you can't blame no one. You can't blame the government. You can't blame.
You can blame everybody. Yeah. But how is that going to get you to where you want to be? Standing there, just pointing the finger and blaming. You're not going to get £1 million from blaming somebody. Do you get me? You need to get up and work for yourself.
Yeah, but we see now, we're kind of the society. It teaches you that, innit? It's like If you want to be a million, like, see when I'm in the shop and I see old people buying lottery tickets and people buying lottery, I just look at it and think, like, even if gambling was legal, halal, brother, I'm not taking a chance, a risk on me being a millionaire. I'm hustling my way to that million. So you're like gambling and like, yeah, let me put down £1 and just, I'm gonna wish that I'm gonna be a millionaire. It's gonna happen, you know. It's just like, you know, I'm just gonna be like, it's like a gamble, isn't it? It's like, you know, we're not taught to work and to save and invest and, you know, like the long road. Like, we're taught quick money, fast. Crime is glorified, drug dealing is glorified. It's like, yeah, like, you know, like, I don't want to be an old man and be rich. I want to like be 20 and I want to be a millionaire. I don't want to work for 30 years and then be a millionaire, because that's what it's going to take. Like, you're going to have to take them little small steps that Abdul Rahim's saying, step by step, keep repeating your actions, reinvesting, and, you know, and then eventually it will turn into millions.
So question, and like, as I said to Ubaydullah before, do we have a right to complain? Do we?
Absolutely not.
I mean, like, opportunities wise, or
no. Create your own opportunity.
White people might call it white privilege.
No, there is no white privilege.
Example,
there is no white privilege. Listen,
I'm just looking for excuses.
There's
like,
no white privilege.
There's bias in the education system.
The government system. My dad weren't there. My mum weren't there. You know, I was disabled. You know, I got robbed. You know, I got abused as a child, and it's like, there's one guy online. He's called, I think his name Tony Billieu. Like, he does, like, it's called impact theory. But he says that you've got a right to feel hard done by. Something happened to you. Yeah. But then it's like, that's not going to help you. Like Abdul Rahim said, that's not going to help you get where you need to get. It's like, I take responsibility. I own it. I own it. Okay, my dad wasn't there for me. Cool. My mum wasn't there for me. Cool. A lot of bad things happened to me on the street. Cool. Okay. But I got to take responsibility for myself. Say, well, all right, what did I do in that situation? Because I could have not smoked drugs. I could have not sold drugs. Maybe I have to say, do you know what? Maybe you was bad as well. Even though you never had no guidance and you can use those things as excuses, well, you still done crime and you still chose. It was a choice. It was my responsibility. Even though I was young, because you see, they say when you take responsibility, now you have the power in your hands. Because
if you blame everyone else, it's in their hands.
Yeah,
if you blame them, you're waiting for them to change.
Yeah, it's like, this is my fault. Like, okay, I was put in this circumstance where I've got this option or that option, and I chose the bad option. I chose the wrong option time and time again, because, all right, I wasn't taught, I wasn't shown, I wasn't guided. But then it's like, there comes a point where it's like, okay, well, you know what the action's gonna, what's gonna happen from that action now. Like, there came a point where it's like, well, I know what smoking weed is. Like, I've seen my whole life what smoking weed does, the result. So am I gonna keep smoking weed? Like, I see the result of, like, it's, bruv, you see it in our community, bro. Bruv, you've gone to prison 10 times for robbing banks, bro. You're 45 now, bro. And you just robbed another bank, and now you got 15 years. Brother, the last 10 sentences that you got for robbing the bank, didn't that teach you that you're going to go to prison for robbing a bank, bro? It's like, we be doing things and we get bad results and bad consequences for our actions, but then we don't learn from them. It's like we just keep repeating the same thing. So I'm saying, it's like we're meant to learn from the things that don't work. We learn from it, and then we try something different. We move on, but we can't keep doing the same thing, making the same mistake, and then we want to blame the system. Oh, it's the system. It's the white man. It's because I'm black. They don't like us. You know, it's like, come on, man. Like, when are you gonna take responsibility for yourself? See where I'm coming from? It's like, you see, when I was in JD, see if I would have flipped out in JD. Because you see now,
that would have been expected. They would have been expected.
I think of the consequences now. I know, bro. If you make this move, because I'm making so much money now, probably it's like, bro, I just gave the tracksuit away just to make just to make a point. Say, yo, young buck, take the tracksuit, have that, and you're not gonna get no more of my money. But if I would have just acted on impulse, poor little black boy from South London, hard done by, emotional, no father, automatic anger.
Can't control his emotions.
Can't control his emotions. I felt like, bruv, in that situation, bruv, I like through my experience, I just felt like, bruv, you're not gonna get out the shopping center, bro. Like you're in Wandsworth shopping, you got to get out the store for one, and then you got to get out the center. And imagine through this whole situation, there's a security guard leaning on the door, just watching, you know, because they've already radioed through, like, yeah, there's a disturbance in the shop, so just keep an eye on that one. So it's like, bruv, you see where I'm coming from. So, you know, it's taking ownership for your actions, you know, being responsible, you know, choosing the right choice, like making the right decision, because, you know, like Abdurrahim said, actions have a consequence. And, you know, our actions can cause us to, like, even now, bro, even now, you might say, oh, Alan Barrett, you got all these shops, you're selling to all these shops. But I could do something tomorrow. And I've done things recently where, like I said, I had to just blow up police on my bike and all them things. It's like, I could do, and it's like I could do something that just throws my whole life down the drain. Like I'm not like absolved.
Be responsible now, brother.
Like I have to.
And this is what I'm saying when we're talking about this whole situation, yeah? Like, I'm just saying, my man put his hands on a woman, yeah? But let's just not go on like we're not human beings, and everyone can have a wild moment, bro. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's justified to have choked her out or whatever, but I'm saying if that was me, I don't know if I would just let someone walk off like that. And I can just only think about it. If it's a woman, I might grab you by your hair, I might grab you by the scruff of your clothes, I might do something like that. A man, I might punch you up, bruv. Like seriously punch you up. And this is what I'm saying. So it's because you act in the moment. It's a bit of emotion. It's a bit. It's all mad, bruv. It's the past coming back. It's when we're talking. It takes a next level, fam. Even just thinking about it, just getting man can't even speak about it. So it's mad. But obviously, let's go back to what you said. Is there reasoning? Yes, there is systematic racism. We were slaves. There was all of that stuff there. But I'm saying, can we keep on using that as a pillar and point, not to be productive and not to do our best and pass the best, and try to be something of some stature or even set a good example for the children that we have or the children around us? Because like I say to people all the time, you see, the moment you step out your house, somebody's watching you. Whether it's your children, whether it's your peers, whatever it is, somebody is watching you. Do you think you can always use the excuse, oh, the police are doing this because I'm black, because I didn't have nothing? You think you could keep on using the sob stories, bro? I get it. I'm not saying, brother, man, don't have a right. Your mum might have been a crackhead when you was growing up. All of those stuff. You was abused. I'm not saying like you don't have a right to, you know, but I'm saying how long are you going to use that to keep yourself down? Because that's what you're doing. You're allowed. So listen. Man's gonna allow the slave masters of way back then to keep us down in the slavery mentality. Brother, is that what you're on? Because I'm not on that. I'm not on that. I'm trying
you can if you want. You can break those chains. Because now maybe they're not physical, but they could be mental. They could be. But you're saying it's possible and it's a must to break those chains. There's no excuse now.
It's a must. So what are you going to pass that down? Is that the legacy that you're passing down to your children?
Kids, you think, oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Mad, not me. I'm not on that.
Abdurrahim, do you know what I noticed?
I don't want no victimization in my house.
Do you know what I noticed?
Oh, Daddy, the reason why I didn't do well at school is because you made me not watch your TV because I didn't. Could you imagine this? Could you imagine my son saying, the reason why he didn't do his homework and the reason why he didn't do well on the test is because I told him that he can't do nothing during the weekend, because he disrespected his mum at swimming. Could you imagine that? Daddy, the reason why I didn't is because you said I can't watch the TV, and because of that, I didn't do well, and I didn't do my homework. Brother, I'll tell man, shut up, bro. What are you talking about?
Do you know
what are you talking about? Because that all stemmed from you not doing something.
Yeah, for not being accountable.
And because of the lack of action that man wants to put in, man's going to blame everybody else for the lack of action that you want to put in. And I'm not debunking that life is hard. But does that mean you don't put in no work?
Yeah, bro, see poor people. Bro, poor people, it's two sides of the same coin. Because, brother, if you go to the white community, you go to EDL, who do they blame? Asians, blacks. It's like, it's the same. It's two sides of the same coin. And who are the ones blaming? The broke, poor white people. They made nothing out of their life. So now we need to blame black people for why they're taking all the jobs. The Polish, they're taking all the jobs.
Yeah, and that's what they'll say. They'll say the Polish are taking the jobs. Taking all the jobs. But these are the same man that are on the dole. They're on the dole.
This is what I'm saying. So it's two sides of the same.
Believe me, there's work out there. There's a whole heap of work out there.
It's a mentality.
Whoever wants to go to work, there's work out there. Believe me.
Yeah, there's opportunities. See, and it's a mindset, because you see that mindset. You're right. That mindset keeps you poor. And if you notice, it's only poor people that are doing that. Two sides of the same coin. You got the white side, the black side, both blaming everyone else for their problems. You know, if it was a white man, would that have happened? Oh, if it was a black man, like the same arguments you hear. Like you go into white, like comments on white poor people's pages. It's like, raw, if that was a white man, you would have never heard nothing about it. That would have never been on the news. The white man's missing and blah. Oh, now you go to the black page. Raw, if that was a black man.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? Yeah,
that's quite funny.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? Yeah, and I'm not dissing. Listen, I'm not dissing anyone or anything like that. Yeah, but there was a lot of people outside the man their shop, fam. Didn't no one have work? No uni, no nothing to go to.
That's it. No
business, no nothing.
Nothing going on, brother.
Like, so you say you booked a holiday, a day of holiday, that your youths could have had, or you could have been on the actual beach somewhere to go down to Peckham.
No, but
my thing is this. My thing is this with these marches and that. Yeah. You see tomorrow. Wait, hold on. You see tomorrow. Did my man change his mind? Did he not strangle her? Did he like? Has anything changed? Really and truly?
Nothing.
Because as far as I'm concerned, them man they probably own all this whole strip. Yeah. And you're just affecting one shop, and they're still making bread in like 9 other ones.
Yeah.
Potentially.
But
some of them
what I'm saying,
you're right.
Like when it's all said and done, what has changed?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. You was outside his shop protesting for what? Like that's what I'm saying. Are you taking care of your children? Like I'm taking care of my children. So are you responsible for all the seeds that you've created? Like, have you got any children running around South London?
I wonder if that man's back in his shop, whether he feels safe in his shop, whether people might attack him. Maybe they want his shop to be closed or burn it down.
They do, destroy, totally obliterate and destroy his life, because I ain't made nothing out of my life. So therefore, you can't make nothing out of your life where I live. Because I ain't made nothing of my life. So how dare you be a millionaire off of my back? And I'm the one giving you all my money. And you're a millionaire and I'm broke and I live here too. No. Bro, it's just like, envy, innit? Like I said to you earlier, bro. We're jealous, bro. We're envious, bro. We're envious, bro. These men are multi-millionaires. You go through Brixton Market, Electric Avenue. You on a Friday and Saturday, the man got a big white Range out there. I got a big black Range, 50 grand car, 100 grand car. That's what happens when you work hard, bro. That's what happens. That's what happens when you work hard. You see, and you ain't got nothing. And you ain't got nothing because you've been doing what you've been doing for the past 20 years. And you've been going to his shop, buying these things. You've been seeing him. You're thinking, wow, my man's at his counter. He looks bored. He's always at that counter, standing at that counter. It's like, your life must be so dead and so long and so boring. But it's like, my man, it's the little, he understands this is a lifelong plan. He's thinking generationally. He's thinking like, when he dies, that business is going to go to his kids and his kids' kids. Like, he's building generational wealth. You're going in there, you're just a consumer. Your money ends with you.
Sorry.
His money goes into his future. And you're envious. You're jealous of Ahmed.
my thing is also, obviously, because we always go back to business and that, but like, how many people that stormed down to that shop was like a lawyer or like someone in the council, etc., that can kind of affect change? Because my thing is this: you can do all the rallying, but how many people in that rally is people that now can take it further, other than shouting and screaming and all that stuff there and posting on social media? How many people that can put it into effect, like make a law or get somebody, like, you know, like how many people was there that could do that and are actually doing that?
Like, no one ain't written a letter to a politician. No one like, oh, let's just stick an intimidating note on his shop saying, "You shut down, close down, get him out." Like, let's
one thing is, I accept the emotional response that might last the next day, and then people will wake up and say, you know what,
next story.
No, the next day should have been, you know what, we can see both sides of the story. Met Ahmed, take off the sign from the shop. Met Ahmed, open his shop, speak to him, and it's a new day, innit? Like, it's 3 days that man still putting sign on his. They want the man to move out for life, bro. The man can't even open that shop again.
Bruv, you got the hardcore mindset that, listen, bro. Listen, and this is what's so dangerous. This is why the media was there. This is why the police was there. Because, bro, it's those situations that spark, and that's what the Mark Duggan thing done. Because like, we don't want to take accountability. Brother, if I'm a gunman on the road, and I'm not saying that whatever happened was right, but like I said to you, if I blow out from police on my motorbike and I die, brother, I'm not expecting no one to riot for me, you know? No one to shed no tears. I was a bad boy doing my thing. So if I'm a bad boy doing my thing and things happen, what happened to bad boys, brother, don't shed no tears for me, bro. Don't shed no tears for me. So coming from. But for us now, we're waiting for the spark. Let's just destroy everything. Let's just mash up everything. So man's waiting for that spark, brother. That thing there, brother, that thing in Peckham.
Oh yes, I get a free TV and
brother, the thing, listen, bro, the thing could have sparked and let on.
Man's waiting for a free TV and fridge and
listen, bro. I bet you, and I'm not saying bet like in a gambling way, but I bet you any money, that there's people now waiting for the bird call, you know? They're waiting for the bird call to say, it's like it's an open season on them cosmetic stores. It's an open season. Like I'm gonna go. Like,
I hope not.
Because this is the thing. It's like, this is very dangerous, you know. Because look, I'm not Raheem. You're a builder. You're a creator in regards to your business. I'm the same. Ishmael's the same. Podcast, doing his thing, And it's like you got people who are non-builders.
Destroyers, people just destroy things.
Of society, that any opportunity comes, they think yes, now's my opportunity to loot your store, rob your shop, burn it down, and steal.
Just tear you down.
This is dangerous, bro. And I've been spending all my life building this legacy, bro. You see where I'm coming from? As a human being, this is what you're gonna do to me. And it don't matter what color I am. I could be Asian, I could be Chinese, but you're gonna use this racial component for you to make an excuse for you to destroy my life because you're entitled, because you ain't made nothing of your life. And I think earlier we were speaking about, you know, the living crisis and all of that. And, and
cost of living.
It's like we're entitled because we got life too easy. We haven't been created, like given a mindset of working and building. We've been given handouts our whole life. We've been living out a man's hand. Like, bro, back in the day when I used to go job center, and see crackheads going mad for their money, bro. It's like, where's my money? It's like, fam, is life really that bad? Like, you got a crackhead's on the phone. Like, listen, my money never cleared. It never came. Where's my money? Like, what's going on? Like, and it's like,
and then he'll get the money, you know, same day.
But my point is, a crackhead feels entitled to money to go and smoke drugs.
Do you know what it is? There's a point there. There's a point that needs to be had there, because I feel like a lot of people get made a lot lost in translation. It's just in your face. It's just in your face. But man's got to really stop this entitlement thing for real. But do you know that facts? No one don't own you nothing. But do you know it's a blessing being here? I remember some years back, going to America, and when I was in America, I was in the trainer shop looking around, doing my thing, thinking, yeah, boy, man's gonna get some deals. You get me? Come back from London and the pound strong, and their things weak. You get me? Yeah. Now the roles have changed. But anyway, so boom, now I'm there. When I told you about 5, 6 Americans that worked in the shop ran up to me, and they were like, ask him. Like, ask me what? Like, 'cause they're on to me. You from London? I said, yeah. They were like, we heard there's a place that you go and you get free money. I'm looking like, what are you talking about? Like,
bro.
No, wait, hold on.
Money.
Listen, I'm thinking, what are they talking about? So I went to go see my son, innit? So his grandmother was like, oh, they're talking about the job center.
Yeah.
So I looked at her like, yeah. I said, yeah. Like I said, yeah, like it's normal, fam. And this is the problem, You see, because it's like we've been spoon-fed all the time, I don't know how to work, because everything comes easy, blood. And the moment man has a little bit of hardship, man wants to flake out, die, man wants to temper tantrum, man wants to throw everything out the pram,
and burn, and
tear a man down, destroy this person,
turn to crime, rob some banks.
On the flip side, if you worked for yours, and you had all that, and a man comes and trying to tear your thing down, are you gonna just like okay, tear it down? No.
But you know, the thing is, what's so dangerous is the system don't protect Ahmed in his shop. They don't protect him, bro. Because before you came on the show, I was saying, bro, they got a stand down policy, bro. Yeah, stand down in all these stores, bro. They got a stand down policy in Co-op. I've seen them. They're like, listen, the policy is like they say from the head office, you can't stop a thief.
But you know what it is? Do you know what it is? That's because all their things are covered by insurance. Yeah,
maybe.
But that's what it is. Their things covered by insurance. Yeah. So it's not really a hit and a loss. What about the man like me, say for instance, who's on Sensible Choice, and it's not an insurance thing like that? What do you? I want to know what the masses would expect me to do if someone come and picked up my stuff. Say for instance, a lady come and picked up my stuff, and she was walking away with my stuff, because she used the ATA. And now she's come back and she's saying, well, I don't want it no more.
I want this one.
It's not the fragrance that I wanted. But then I made you smell it. You said it was it. I might have gave you a sample on your wrist. You said, this is it. And then you've gone now, and then you come back and talk about, I don't want it. And then I said, no, but you used it. Like, so obviously, if it was something that you said, right, it gave you a rash or something, I would have gave you back your money or whatever. But it's not that. You're just saying you don't like it no more or something like that. And then now you're picking up my bottles and or my incense, and then you're cutting.
Yeah.
What would someone expect me to do then?
I think society
would say walk off, let her walk off.
If they see you grab her and touch her,
not call my sisters or the bad girls that I know to come and drape her up.
Yeah, but then bro, you're damned if you do, brother. You see the black community, brother. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't in the black community. Because, bro, listen, I'm gonna give you a perfect scenario, bro. Yeah, a perfect scenario. Something I went through recently. I ticked some L's to a youth that I've been ticking him. No, I've been doing business with him for long. They come with this proposal. Brother, do you think you could tick it? And I said, you know what? He's good for business. I've been dealing for a long time. You know, I don't tick nobody, but you know what? I'm gonna take a chance on you. You're a young black man, so therefore, you know, I'm gonna take a chance.
Give him a help in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna mean you can do good long-term future business. Brother, long story short, brother, you ain't got my like. He paid me on the first flip. Next flip, brother, he's all disappearing. He ain't answering his phone. So I'm saying, bro, where's this you? I'm calling him, no answer. Message. He sent little vague texts and. So, long story short, he was like, okay, I've gone to look for my money now. Gone to his workplace. He's not there. So I've gone to his yard. From what I know is his yard, through messages. Gone there. So now, he's called me going mad because I've gone to his house. But it's his parents' house. So it's like, you see the accountability thing. Brother, if you didn't owe me money, I wouldn't be here, bro. If you answered the phone, I wouldn't be here, bro. If you paid me my money, I wouldn't be here, bro. but he's gonna flip it around now and say, "Bro, this is not my mother's yard, fam. Mother's yard, but it's on site, you know, it's on site." So he paid me my money, transferred me my money, but see, from he said it's on site and he threatened to do me something. In my head, brother, wallahi, I left there and I said, you know what? I'm a businessman. I've just tried to do the right thing, you know. Dealing with this black boy. I tried to do the right thing. Now this black boy has drawn me into negativity where it's like, okay, well, now you threaten me. So what do I do as a black man? Because I can't call police and you're threatening me. So now I feel like, okay, well, I'm a legitimate businessman. So it's like, okay, well, what do I do? What do I do? Because instantly, I said, you know, I need to go and get a hammer. I need to go and get a hammer and I need to roll around with this hammer just in case I see him. Or
B&Q have them for $5.99.
No, I'm talking about a hammer. I'm talking about a hammer.
Plenty of hammers for $5.99.
No, I'm talking about no B&Q hammer. I'm talking about a hammer, yeah?
I'm talking about B&Q hammer.
I'm talking about a hammer to go and, yeah, I'm talking about a hammer.
But
so,
okay,
let me finish the story. Let me finish the story. So I said to myself, okay, I'm telling you what I had to, my thought process. I went back to my house and said, Rod, you know, I'm going to have to get something to protect myself because I'm a man. So I have to, you threaten me, bro. Like, there's consequences to threats, bro. Like, if you threaten to harm me, that means I'm going to have to stop the harm. I'm going to have to stop the threat. I've got a wife, children, I've got a business, I've got a life. You're threatening to hurt me, I'm going to have to eliminate the threat. So I said, you know what? I'm thinking, right, who can I call to get a hammer? Who can I get a hammer from? And I'm like, imagine this. I've been selling oils for like 6-7 years. And this youth is drawing me into this negative life where I've got to think of like defending myself. So I said, you know what? I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the police. I called the police. I called them. And you know how funny? I felt so funny having police in my house, bro. And you know what the funny thing is? I had to explain to the police as a man. I said, listen, I'm only calling you because this is a scenario. I told them the whole scenario. I'm a businessman. I sell fragrances. I'm giving you my things. This is what happened. Boom, boom. Now he's threatening me. I said, so I don't have to go and clap the youth. I'm calling you. I have to call you now because if I clap him, and I get a 30-year sentence for clapping him. Yeah. Or I call you and you need to just help me resolve this situation. So it's like, so the police called him and basically just, you know, said, listen, you need to stay away from each other. But my thing, do you know how funny I felt inside? Because I know in myself, it's like, bro, my man could boy them, you know, like my man's, it's like, I'm a businessman, bro. I'm a man. I'm a businessman, but it's almost like I can't get away from the street rules. You're black,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying.
So what do I do? Do I have to go and clap him, get 30 years from my life down the drain?
You become a civilian, innit?
This is because you're threatening my life, bro. This is what I'm saying, yeah? I respect that. Do you know why, yeah? Because that's accountability. No, that's accountability. Listen, that's accountability. Yeah, because let's just keep it 100. Do you know how easy? Listen, do you know how easy it is? Yeah, to turn the other cheek and move mad, fam. Like, does people understand that?
That's the only option, bro.
Does people understand that? Blood. If man phones me and says it's on site, fam, that means you see my youths. I might be with my youths in the car. Listen, yes, that's what you're saying. Yes. And man don't come from that. Man comes from, listen, man comes from, how can you threaten me, brother? How can you threaten me life?
One second.
That shows you're not serious. That shows you're not serious, because if you're going to put a threat out there like that, brother, listen, you just let me know your intention and I was going to clap it, I was going to wipe you out now. Bruv, that just showed that, bruv, you're not a serious guy, bro. Like, I'm just going to just done your dance right now. So it's like, bruv, but I know that he's stupid enough that it's like, bro, well, he said, bro, it's on set when I see you. So it's like, rah. Like, bro, and the funny thing is, I'm selling fragrances. I gave this you things to get ahead in life. I gave him a little benefit, a little, like, I've tried to help you, bro. And it's like, this is how you repay me as a black man. See where I'm coming from? So it's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't, bro. It's like, what do I do? But I said, you know what? I'm going to call the police, but you forced me to have to call the police. And I know there will be a little stigma that a man could be, because remember, our ignorant, black, the Jahiliyyah minds, it's like, even as Muslims, we got that mindset, oh, no snitching, brother. Like, men don't like police. Even though Allah says enjoying the right, forbid the wrong.
Enjoying the good, forbid evil, yeah.
Even though Allah says on Yom Kiyamah, your hands are going to speak against you, your feet's going to speak against, everything's going to snitch on you. But I must go by these rules of law. Like I can't say like the truth. I can't.
Now you got to do what is best for you and your family. And if it means that the first recourse is to the law, innit? If the man's threatening your life, then you call the police. Simple as that. That's what I'm saying. There's no need to be bad boys now. That them time they're done.
No, because the thing is, if I was in like Pakistan, I might get away with it because the nation is for you, defending your honor. They're protecting you. This country, bruv, someone can steal from your shop. Police ain't coming. Like if you stab a man breaks in your yard. If you stab him 50 times, brother, you're going jail. Like, don't care about the fact he broke in your house.
They'll say you should have only stabbed him once.
Stabbed him once.
Yeah, you should have. See, after you stabbed him the second and third and all that time, then started getting peaked.
Brother, I'm trying to put you out. I'm trying to put you out completely, so you do not move. So I might go over. So my point is, it's like this country doesn't arm. This country doesn't arm law-abiding citizens, bro. They allow criminals to get away with what they're doing, and this part of this problem. This girl thought she could go to this shop. I'm so intact, brother. Move out my way, man. I'm taking these things, man. And you know the funny thing is, see, because I've been on both sides of the fence. Like I said, I was in JD back in the day, and I flipped out, and I got my way. So it's like, but now I've grown as an adult, and I've got my own business, and it's like, wow. Like I'm so ashamed of my behavior, my actions. Like I see all of my perspectives are from the perspective of the business owner now. That's my perspective.
You got something now.
I understand now. Like I see the perspective from the other side now. Like when I see people going into Iceland and stealing and co-op and stealing, it's like, okay, like Abdul Rahim said, okay, we think they're insured, but the funny thing is, you see,
still a loss. They still lose.
Listen, bro, because millions, society end up paying, bro. You think, okay, this all goes to nowhere. No, things amount to something. So when it's like the taxpayer, the person on the street, they're the ones that's going to be paying in the long run. Like we really don't understand cause and effect, like repercussions of actions. There's consequences to actions. So I'm coming from so I'll give you another example. You see, when they was giving out money during the COVID, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I just got 50 bags. I just got 20 bags."
Yeah.
Well. Now this is why the economy has collapsed. This is why the money's not worth nothing, because you got your 50 grand payout in COVID. You got your 20 grand payout in COVID. You got so they've given away trillions of pounds in COVID. So now my money that is in my pocket ain't worth nothing.
Ain't worth nothing.
You see, so we think, oh yeah, it's like there's no consequences to our actions. There's consequences and there's reactions. There's consequences to every single action, even if we can't see it and we don't know it and we don't see it immediately. Trickle down effect, the long run in the end, there's a consequence, and then we're the ones that always pay. So coming from, so it's like the poor keeping the poor down. Like we think, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. It's like like if they shut down Ahmed's shop in Peckham on a we're talking on a minute, small scale now. Where are you gonna get your hair from now?
You're gonna go to Mohammed around the corner, bro.
Listen, if they get their way and they shut down all the Asian man, say, listen, you man ain't eating nothing for me no more. You man ain't eating no food off of me no more, bruv. You don't even produce nothing. So now you can't even get your weave no more.
Yeah, no, but you see now, that's a vital point there, yeah? That's a vital point. That's a vital point.
You can't buy no food.
Look, you see when you was just playing that thing, yeah? The black man said, raw, that they've been keeping us down for long, and like basically it's the same thing that the Chabby man will say, that the Polish are coming in and taking man's jobs and rare. But you know what now? You see, if man shut down all their shops now, yeah? Who's gonna erect our team?
Yeah.
We ain't. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And do you know what? There's probably dons that can do that, yeah? Yeah, so I respect it. But then when the price is higher, man's gonna be talking about, that's why, man, cause look, them and their fam, they're trying to extort, man. Bro. And then man's gonna wish that Ahmed and them man that were back again.
Back, bro.
So it doesn't make sense.
Facts.
Because you see all that you see all that black power energy, yeah? I realize it only works here when there's options, like because when man's up, when man's up, man's gonna support the Black Power thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when man's kind of down, man, have to go to Ahmed and then man there because
again.
then things kind of reasonably priced and rare because the black man don't really have the links and that, so he has to charge you a certain price and that. And you're only on that when you're up. When you're down, you're saying, "Ooh, do you know what? You see the black corner shop around the corner. You're not supporting him banging like day in day out. Yeah. When you're down, you might say, "Do you know what? Let me go to Sainsbury's because them man they're cheaper." Yeah. So don't go on like you're black powering it all the way through.
Yeah. We need to finish up, and I kind of want to finish on this note that if the Black Power movement, the black community want to do something, or there is some substance to the claim that this is about racism, this is about inequality, the Asians not treating the black community properly, then make a stand and run all the black products that you want, build up your shop and sell them yourself. That should be the response to this situation. It shouldn't be, right, we're going to mash up Ahmed's shop, but then we're going to go to Mohammed's shop around the corner. No. If you close down Ahmed's shop, you buy Ahmed's shop and run it yourself properly how you want to serve your people.
Bro,
and stop spending your money there. Stop spending your money there.
My point is, I just want to, we're going to be on for long. I want to finish on a kind of positive note, right?
It's positive, bro. Truth is positive.
I mean, the point of positive note that one, if there's substance to the claim in Peckham that the community is feeling they've been dealt with unjustly for 10 years or how many years, all right, this is your chance to get together and set up your own shop and change the situation. If it's going to happen for another 10 years, then there's no substance to it. Do you get what I'm saying? There has to be a lesson learned, otherwise it's just hot air again.
Can I say this?
Hold on.
I got a stake in Ahmed's shop. I sell products to Ahmed's shop.
Okay.
Yeah? You go Seven Sisters Road, I got a cosmetic shop there. And then he gave me a next shop in 4th Street in Edmonton. So I'm getting plugged in with them man there, shop by shop. And it's hard to get plugged in with them man there, the cosmetic shop, because they make so much money. They don't just want to plug in everyone. Yeah. So my thing is,
but maybe you might get a better deal from Desmond or Trevor, or you might get a better deal.
Yeah,
so
but
let them take over the shop.
The point is, that's one cosmetic shop. Okay, I'm dealing with mobile phone shops. I'm dealing with Islamic shops. I'm dealing with all different kind of shops. Yeah. The fact is, probably 1% of those shops are black, bro. 1%. Yeah. I'm eating because of Ahmed and Bilal and Khalilullah and Abdurrahman and but I'm eating because of them man there. Mr.
You don't see the dynamics change. You don't want to see it change, no?
Mr. Singh, Mr. Patel, brother. Like, see, when it comes to business, you tap into the network that's there. Sell a product to them man there. What have you got to offer that can make money? They want to make money. If you got something to offer that can make money, they give them some, sell them something, and for them to make money. That's how you do business. Like, you have something to offer, you know, it's give and take. You can benefit. I can benefit you. You can benefit me. I got a product for you. You can give me money for it, and you can sell it. The people got their product. You got your money. I got my money. We're happy. We're making money together. Like, so it's like, what do you bring to the table instead of burning down his shop? Why don't you think to yourself, right, let me try and get my products in that shop. Let me stop thinking Ahmed hates me and think to myself, you know what? Just think as a human being. Yeah, and just think, well, what do I bring to the market? How do I benefit people? How can I
own piece of my own market? Let me own piece of it.
What can I offer? Yeah, but first you got to serve the people. You got to bring something to the table. You got to add value to the society, to the community. What do you bring to society? What value do you add as a human being? What do you bring to the table? So I'm saying, so for me, I'm only selling perfume, but it's like, well, I give them the oils, I give them my sprays, I give them my incense. That's me. I've got a product in their shops now. And that lets me know, like, and you know the funny thing is, I was gonna sell weave when I first started because I saw how lucrative it was. I can't lie, brother. I'm thinking like an Asian man, bro. I'm like, bruv, these gal are spending £200 on a Brazilian weave.
Oh my!
You know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Brazil where they cut their hair off and they package it and I'm gonna go right to the source, to the gal, to the women who got the hair that you're gonna pay £200 for their hair for. I'm going right to them, and I'm gonna package it, and I'm bring it here. Supply and demand. You want to buy other people's hair, so that's the demand. So now I'm gonna go to the supply. I'm gonna go and get the hair. I'm gonna get the product, and I'm gonna sell it to the customer, the consumer that wants it. See, but the only reason why I didn't do it is because selling weave is haram. So that's why I didn't even do it. But I would have been I'd be a millionaire now selling weave. I'd be a millionaire. Because see, this is another issue. Quickly, let me just touch down on this. You can't complain about Ahmed when it's like, if you don't love yourself enough to change your appearance and be changing everything about you, and you want to blame him for that as well. It's supply and demand. If there was no supply, if there was no demand, then they wouldn't supply it. If people if people didn't buy my fragrances, I'd have to go out of business and sell something else, because this product ain't working. So if you wasn't so fast to burn your hair, to bleach your skin, to change how you look, if you didn't have this self-hatred for yourself, he wouldn't have a business. So you can't blame him for your self-hatred and then blame him. It's like you blame him for your self-hatred and you blame him because he's making the money. Like, why don't you just heal? Why don't you just heal? Heal yourself. Heal yourself.
We all need to do some healing now.
Just heal.
Guess what? Guess what?
One second.
Man's gonna get onto him again about that. Like, brother, but man, the slavery and it's peak. It's peak. It's done. It's done.
Collapse. All right, brother.
Listen. For me, what we need to take from this is it's not supply and demand. It's demand and supply. So you find the demand and you supply the need. Yeah.
You know the saying is supply and demand.
No, but that's people been forcing that in man's throat.
It's
like
there's demand, so I'm gonna supply.
They say supply and demand, which don't make no sense, because that means you got the product and now you're trying to force it on the people. When really and truly you should find what the people want and then find and supply that. So anyway, that's
maybe it sounds better. I think they use that because it sounds better. Supply and demand.
It sounds better, but it's not common sense.
Demand.
It puts you in a predicament where you're stuck with stock. And then secondly, we need to think about accountability. You know, it's easy to bang on and say, the white man done this, the black man is not this, and rah. But just take accountability. What can you do in this situation? How can you better yourself? How can you better your people? And work hard to it, stick at it, and then just move. Simple, innit? Like, you know, if you believe that them man, they're oppressing us and keeping us down and all that stuff, they don't support them man by any means. You and your network. But other than that,
my thing is, if you're not taking care of your children, brother, don't go near Ahmed's shop, bro, because you're part of the problem. If you're having children, if you're getting women pregnant, and you have little boys and little girls walking around the society, insecure, with issues because they have no father, they have abandonment issues, they have confidence issues, they have
lack of guidance,
identity issues. They're in a white man's land, and their black identity of strength and guidance and a teacher and a leader is gone. He's abandoned me. He's left me. What do I do? I'm in a racist land. So it's like, brother, if you're gonna now abandon your children, but you got time to go Ahmed's shop and blame him, brother, you're part of the problem, bro. And this, I think, this is for me as a man, bro. I only deal with men who are responsible men. So this is the thing. It's like I said, when I went to my hostel, you say, bro, the government let us down. You got the spliff in his mouth. Bruv, listen, I don't, those people aren't in my network. Those people aren't in my circle. I only deal with men who take responsibility. So this is the thing. It's like, as a man, you need to, you have to have standards for your fellow brother. I'm not accepting your low behavior, bro. I'm not accepting your low standards. We will have friends and people around us. Yeah, bro, I got 5 baby mothers, you know. You got 5 baby mothers. So
what, do you think there should have been more calls for
we have to hold each other accountable.
The woman to be held to account for her behavior?
No,
was there more sympathy for her? Was there more sympathy for her for being held by the throat, which is true, than there was to say, well, really, sister, you shouldn't really behave in that manner.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
100%. Listen. It was all about accountability, innit? Yeah. Man can say raw. Man can go to Ahmed and man can say raw, brother. Don't put your hands on women. Listen. Don't put your hands on women like that. Raw. But then on the same breath, you need to be like, sister, what was you doing there, fam? Taking the man's stuff.
Yeah.
You get me? Man can say to Ahmed, yeah, brother, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. To anybody, to any woman, don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But then Ahmed, he should be able to call you. He should be able to call you Abdul Rahim. Because when women ain't held accountable, because this is the thing. When women ain't held accountable, you see, like in Saudi Arabia, for example, they deal with the men. The woman, it's like they'll call the man the one who's responsible. Because they know if things go pop off, it's the man who has to. So they got to be able to call you Abdul Rahim and say, yo, brother, your girl is here wilding out, fam. Like your girl is in here wilding out. What do I do? Because I don't want to put my hand on her. So there needs to be somewhere where she's held accountable for her actions. The men in her house, in her family, we got to be able to call them and say, yo, brother, your wife is moving crazy, brother. I need you to come and just because she's acting crazy, and then you go and deal with your crazy wife, and then that's the chain of command.
Let me say something.
He shouldn't have to put his hands on a woman. He shouldn't have to do that.
Obey the law. You're correct, yeah. Because listen to what I'm saying to you. Did you see, the part, where he actually said, if it was my woman, like my daughter, I would ask her what she was doing there, or something along them lines. So he in his culture, or him as a man, he said, brother, all right, cool, I would have asked my peoples what were they doing. And I feel like I said, it's all about accountability. It's all about accountability. What was you doing? Because if my son comes and says, raw, and there's something gone wrong, first I want to be like, brother, where was you? Where was you when this thing went wrong? Like he's saying he got robbed or something like that. Where was you when you got robbed? Why was you there when you got robbed? I'm not taking away from the robbery, you know. But I want to come to the conclusion of what you was doing there when you should have been at home. Or you get me? Now, when I find out you was on the route home and that, I'm saying, all right, cool. Let me go and find these dons. But you see, before then, I want to find out what you was doing. Because if you tell me you was in the park when you were supposed to be on the way home, and then something happened,
that's why
you have to take accountability because you're supposed to be on your way home. And I'm not saying I'm not going to go look for the dons. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying part of that is you wasn't where you're supposed to be. If my girl wasn't there, doing up the most, then that wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't
I'm
happen.
not saying it was okay that she got strangled, but what I'm saying is that we have to take accountability for our actions because every action has a reaction.
And as men, we're not teaching them that. It's like, where's her dad? Like as men, we're not teaching her like raw, like nobody's and then the funny thing is, you got these feminine men. They appear as men because they're men. They're male. We got these feminine reactionary men who go there with they want to put the stab-proof vest on, and we're gonna go and fight for women. And it's like, brother, are you even teaching her this lesson? Are you even are you holding her accountable? Because you want to be the one going there to march like for their freedom and their rights. So it's like, brother, are you actually putting game on her? Are you actually like holding her accountable? Like, are you having that conversation with her, saying like, sister, like you're just going there like a female, bro, like no information, no backstory, and you're just going there like, raw, don't touch our women, it's like, fam, like what are you achieving, bro? Like every Abdul Rahim just said, you didn't like educate her as to why was you there, what was you doing. And that's what someone who cares about their children, that's what they do. A father does that because
do you know what it is? It's not even about your children. It's about everybody. If you love somebody, no,
but I'm saying everyone has a father, bro. Everyone has a father, bro.
But what I'm saying is this.
Everyone should have leaders, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Even as peer groups, as peer group, I should be able to look at my brethren and say, bro, what was you doing, fam? Like, brother, why was you there, cuz? Like, what happened?
Bro, I just lock you off.
No, And that's what I'm trying to say. But no one's not even doing that amongst their peoples, them, let alone their family members, let alone anything else. And then man's wondering why the world's coming to pot.
That's what I'm saying.
Brother,
We've got low
because
standards,
no one
bro.
ain't taking accountability for nothing. Man's allowing their brethren to do the mad thing and And you know what it is?
Bro.
One thing that will happen with the Asian man down the road, if it was your brethren, you wouldn't say nothing.
True. It's true.
So it has to be one thing for everyone, or nothing for nobody then.
Yeah, because look, think about it, bro. Think about it. You see that, like we said, if it was your brethren, it wouldn't be nothing. Like you were saying, you know, your peer group has to be the ones to pull you up and say, bruv, like that's not acceptable.
That's wrong. That's out of order.
Amongst us, yeah, bro. We don't move like that. So it's like, for me, it's like, that's for me personally, it's like, rah, having children and having loads of baby mothers, that's an issue for me. That's like, bro, that's something that we've normalized as men to say, yo, it's normal, isn't it? Man's got baby mothers. That's not normal, bro. That's not normal. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's something that we're meant to be holding men accountable for. Like, bro, so who's taking care of your kids? Where's your children? Because, bro, that your children without a leader is a problem. Know that there's somewhere, they're a problem somewhere. Because you've created life. You created lives. You put your seed somewhere and allowed human beings to grow. And I'm saying, us as men, it's like we've grown up in a culture where it's like, bro, I would never say to you, brother, what, you got 5 baby mothers? But we'll say it like it's like, yeah, I got 5 baby mothers. Like man's proud, bro. And we never like, we have low standards. We never like set a standard. Like, bro, that's backwards, bro. That's backwards, bro. Like,
anyway,
backwards, bro.
That's another big topic which we will discuss in the future. I think the key thing is accountability for everybody. And sometimes we have to put the emotions to the side and say, really, we got to, you know, pull up ourselves and learn how to behave in different situations. And we're not saying there's wrongs on both sides, but everyone has got to be held accountable for their actions. And if you behave in a certain way, there's going to be a certain reaction to that. Brother, Jazakallah Khan for your time. It's been very emotional, very deep. There's a lot more to say. I hope from the situation that, you know, people will say, well, okay, we need to do something constructive, concrete about this thing. If man's feeling that they're being not treated right, open up your own shop, put your money into black businesses and move on from there and keep it moving.
But you know,
but to scream about it and not hold each other to be accountable, it's going to happen next year and the year after that and the year after that. So all we can say is we hope and pray that people fix up. Brothers, Jazakallah Khan for your time. We have to end. Ubaydullah, just save that thought for the next meeting next week. Yeah, hold that thought there. We'll catch up with it next week, inshallah. Jazakallah Khan for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Jazakallah Khan, brother. Speak to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes,